Hello. I'm out of here. My chair freaking creaking. Hello. Okay. It lagged right when I didn't want it to, but we should be working here. I should know this by now. What number episode we're on? I believe we're on episode 5 of the Seattle Supersonics Throwback series, but I'm double checking. Now, the main reason I'm kind of off is because we didn't do an episode last week. Last week was a big week on the channel. It was WrestleMania week. Had a lot of WrestleMania related videos to make. And it was episode 5, by the way, which y'all would already know that by the title. But again, we had a lot going on the channel. And we're coming off of the big test run episode, which obviously was a big success. I do appreciate y'all for liking the videos of this series, and hopefully everyone's enjoying it. I've had my feelings about it, but nothing that much to complain about. But anyways, now the plan here for this episode is to play against the Celtics with Paul Pierce and play against the Wizards with Gilbert Arenas. I'm fairly certain Antoine Jamison and Caron Butler are on those teams. So that's going to be this episode. Those two games. And we're going to simulate these other ones because we have mainly played a majority of these teams. I'm still thinking, do I want to play this Clippers team that's roster? I didn't know until I clicked on it. They have Elton Brand. I almost said Zach Randolph because he was on the Clippers at one point, and I saw the headband. Also, current day Ime Udoka, Odoku, however you want to say it. But more of the story. This episode, bit of a catch up. We're going to simulate the month of December, besides the Celtics and Wizards game that I detailed about. And then next episode, I don't know when next episode will be. Because again, this is a busy month on the channel. But it's going to be the same thing considering the month of January. Now, I will play against the Lakers. It'll be the first time we're matching up with them this season. I'm fairly certain Kobe Bryant is. All right. I thought he was a 99 overall, but he's very close. He's a 98. The Grizzlies, I have a bit of a hometown bias against them, but they're literally last in the conference, even though this is decent. This is also the season that Paul Gasol did get traded. So that gets me to the episode after that, which will more than likely take us to the trade deadline and All-Star weekend. So the upcoming schedule for this is December, this episode, next episode, January, next episode, trade deadline, and All-Star weekend. Now, the reason I'm kind of signaling out the trade deadline is that there are certain players, if you remember at the very beginning of this series, that, you know, in real life got traded or at least teams helped out. So, for instance, the Celtics helped out Paul Pierce by getting Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett in real life. In real life, the Lakers helped out Kobe Bryant by getting Pau Gasol. Now, obviously, in this universe, some of that could still happen. The Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen part, no. The Pau Gasol to Lakers, maybe. But, you know, I'm kind of thinking out loud, you know, trying to help somebody out. Maybe. You know, it's going to be a wait-and-see situation. I should also – I know the Grizzlies are last because I kept looking at them in the stands. But the Lakers are right behind us. They might not need the help. I'm sure they would appreciate it, but it's a wait and see. With the Celtics, who, again, very important for the state of this video because we play against them. I always mess this up there. Celtics, they are at 10th. 10 and 12. I'm like, what I'm also like trying to like hint at is maybe trading Pau Gasol to the Celtics, but yeah, that won't be this episode. Won't be the next. It might be the next episode, but probably 3 episodes from now. You know, foreshadowing like an MFer. And then once we, to be honest, get past the All-Star break, we'll try to go against teams that we probably wouldn't match up with in the playoffs, mainly Eastern Conference teams. I don't really see the main one, and I know the team I'm about to say is out Eastern Conference, but we need to face the Suns because obviously the big Kevin Garnett trade. I know that's an Eastern Conference team, but you know, that's a wait-and-see situation for in the future. I would love to match up with the Bulls because this is an underrated team. before the Derrick Rose era took into effect 2 seasons. 06, 07, 07, 08. Yeah, 2 seasons from now. No. Is this a season they would have got him? Yeah. So this is 1 season before they would have got Derrick Rose. More than likely won't be getting him in this because they are the 2 seed, but Ben Wallace is still a 89 overall. I also think what year Ben Wallace was on the Cavs the year before Shaq was there. Shaq was there 09 and 10. And I don't even know how long Ben Wallace was there for the Cavs. Also, no one ever mentions that. Like, I know this is kind of a side topic, but everybody's like LeBron didn't have any help. He had Ben Wallace, which, it wasn't Pistons, Ben Wallace, but you understand the point I'm trying to make. So we have lost. We have won. We have won. We have won. We have lost. Okay. I already forgot what the Clippers are 7th. To be at 21 of the power rankings in the 7th seed is a bit interesting, but we're here against the Celtics, which, again, this is a mainly interesting matchup because Paul Pierce ended up with, it's funny because if you look at the background right there, it shows Ray Allen, 2 guys that are not on the team. And they have Al Horford many, many, many years before they ended up having Al Horford. I also think they get an extra jersey, which I'm still a bit upset about that, but they could wear it for this video. So I don't know what the title of this episode is going to be, but it's more than like the title / thumbnail. Y'all know, I ain't gonna lie, it might be one of my favorite parts of any of the videos is the thumbnail. But it more than likely will have to involve Ray Allen, and I think this is supposed to be Al Jefferson. Obviously, he kind of is built like the Hulk, but it is what it is. To be fair, like Rondo, Paul Pierce, Al Jefferson, I also think is at 87 overall on here, which I don't remember off the top of my head if that's true or not. Even though I just could have looked at it like seconds ago. It's also, I know I've said that like 3 times in the last minute. I haven't played this in 2 weeks. I didn't play it last week. It was 2 weeks ago, obviously, when I last played, so might be a little bit rusty, but we shall see, even though we make our first bucket. And I have been playing, not this week, but last week. Actually, not even last week. 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Whenever the last week of the season for my team was, whenever that Easter, I don't even know when Easter was. Okay, Al Jefferson, I was dissing it now. He did that, and it's like he's built like the Hulk, if I'm just being honest. Oh, the great pass shot probably won't go in. What was I getting at? I've been playing a lot of my team, not a lot of this, obviously. Now, again, this is the fitting. Here's the thing. I won't lie to y'all. All of our freaking thumbnails almost end up the same. I still forgot Ray Allen's freaking armband or arm sleeve and shoes. I thought I changed the shoes. I'm going to add it to the to-do list. Now, how do I get... All right, this one kind of looks painful. It's also funny that, bro, number 34... I'm trying to think, do I want to get the Celtics logo in the shot? Sure, but then kind of affects Ray Allen. Or not Ray, you get the point. It's kind of blurry, If I zoom in... And to be fair, they have Paul Pierce at shooting guard, so I obviously could have done this whole game, but let's get it done now. As I'm not paying attention, he gets a good shot off. Al Jefferson, a.k.a. the Incredible Hulk. Got the offensive, and Rondo made that. Like I said, to be fair, 5 rotational players. Oh, why did they do that? They have a good 5-man rotation. Like, the thing is, Al Horford, though, is a rookie on here. I don't know what year Al Jefferson would be in. I think this is sophomore, maybe year 3 of Rondo. And obviously, Rondo started becoming really good when the big 3 was intact. I probably, he's good now. He's made the last 2 shots for the team, and we are down. I just realized that. Wally Serbiak, who it is very funny because I've known Wally Serbiak was on the Timberwolves and all that, but the most known thing about Wally Serbiak is in modern era is probably the Tyrese Halliburton stuff, which I think that was last season that stuff happened. That was kind of out of nowhere and unnecessary. It was almost burped. It's also 6:30, which when it was just 6 2 minutes ago. So again, I don't know when this will be uploaded because the schedule is a bit jam-packed with wrestling-related videos. I don't know why dude has to do a freaking draft and why I feel obligated to do a fantasy booking video for it, but I do. Whether I, actually do the video or not, I plan on it. But at least we're going through a month on here. That way we're not oh my god, because it's very funny. We essentially just spent 5 episodes in the first month of the season. And then, did I touch that? I guess so. And in real life now, it's the last week of the regular season, and it sucks because I say it time and time again. I'm a Grizzlies fan. This has been an extremely weird, sad. I would say sad season, which is actually the best way to describe it. But I fully imagine we won't have to expect this forever. I don't want us, and don't expect us to ever experience this again. I couldn't get there in time to stop that. Also, I just realized that we're tied. I thought we were that weren't, because it's both green teams. It was very distracting. But the NBA playoffs are about to start, and I'm excited for hell of that because I'm gonna say I don't know what to expect, but if you were to ask me, I would probably say Denver is going to repeat. That's probably the easiest guess because the Celtics obviously are the best team in the East right now, but they've been all consistent. I'm not gonna say consistently, but majority of the time a top team in the East, and then the playoffs come around and just stupidity starts overcoming them. So that's why with the Nuggets, last year was literally their first year with their main core because Aaron Gordon got traded there, and they were a very good team. And then Jamal Murray missed half of that season, and then the next whole season. And so, like I said, last season was kind of their first year with all their guys healthy and there playing and delivered a championship. I thought this year would have been their year to win the championship because I thought last year would have been a warm-up year, but it was not needed. And Jokic is the best player. You can definitively say Jokic is the best player in the league right now. He's more likely about to win his 3rd MVP, coming off a championship. Next season should be very interesting. Free agency should be interesting. I would say the draft should be interesting, but I have absolutely no clue what to expect with the draft. But I enjoy his playoff season, and I always say that a top 2 day in the NBA season, because I don't know how long they've been doing this, but I definitely noticed it. They've probably always done it, but the Saturday and the first Saturday. Did I travel? They just said it was a foul. I guess it was a screen. I didn't see anybody. We're rewinding this because I'm confused to hell as what happened. Because they zoomed in on Wally. So I guess they're saying that was a moving screen by short loose and loose stand still. Okay. But again, the first Saturday and Sunday, because it's 12 o'clock to 10 o'clock. The first 4 games, and then the Sundays, the same thing again. And then you get the same thing the next week, but it's not. It doesn't have the same energy because majority of the time it's a sweep, and so like 2 series might be coming to an end. Don't you get the point I'm making? So I'm excited for next Saturday, Sunday. The play-in also makes it a bit more fun because there's a great chance that we get Warriors and Lakers in the elimination game in the play-in. And again, like I said, chaos is going to erupt at like I was going to say two of the more recent title winners. You know, the bubble is such a long time ago now, but like two of the more recent title winners like don't even make it. Will be interesting. So I would think that the off season should be crazy because there's a lot of teams like, for instance, and I'm saying this because I'm looking at Kevin Durant. It was like the Suns. If they get eliminated in the first round after making that big Bradley Beal trade, making the Kevin Durant trade the year prior, and then getting eliminated in the first round, and they did all this, like, you should be looking to get things back because Kevin Durant's not going to have that value. Bradley Beal is going to be difficult as hell to trade, but I fully expect, like, I would want them to like make a change. I think it'd be logical for them to make a change, but I think that they're too committed that they won't, and it's going to be potentially a repeat of the same thing. I also don't remember, and I'll look at the end of this. Actually, no. Whatever I was about to say is stupid. I can look at it, but I was talking about award races because Kyle Korver, in my opinion, should be one of the top candidates for Sixth Man of the Year, but I can't look at it till the beginning of January, and we haven't gotten to that point yet, so that's why I can't look at it. Okay, I somewhat expected that to go in. I was trying to help the Celtics out with a trade, but, they're being extremely competitive. They might not need the help. And like I said a handful of times, like, it's a very good starting five, so it's just getting blocked by Al Horford. And almost at Al Jefferson, which I imagine that commentary team with two Als at power forward and center would be extremely confused and have a rough time with that. I'm trying to think of like other teams that like the Bulls. Oh, we got a live tweet. Okay, this was from Giannis getting, and again, by the time I'm uploading this video, this might not matter as much. I also don't know who the hell's missing Nick Hollison, who could get this fast break. Duncan, he does. Oh, okay. Giannis Antetokounmpo has avoided damage to his left Achilles tendon. I said tendon. A best case outcome. His return to play is based on treatment and rehab response for strained calf, league sources tell The Athletic. Now, I would hope this is good. The main problem is this. This mainly sucks because, like, the main thing I remember about last year's playoffs is he got hurt game one, and then they were never really able to recover. And it seems like, I know it's a different injury, but still is a freaking injury. Bit worrisome. Also, I was watching that game, and the dang moment I choose to go to the bathroom, that's what happens, is he gets injured, which, you don't want to see an injury, but it's just like, anything could happen. What was that? One of the other things I was going to say. That I should expect it to go in. Who's supposed to be in right now? James Jones. They never want to put James Jones in. They always put in Speedy Claxton. There you go, Nick. I'll also say this, because this is the day after I filmed Shooting the Breeze. I did not talk anything about UFC 300. I did not talk anything about TNA. I'm wrong with that. I don't know why. Let me look this up. I'm looking it up. I think that TNA Rebellion. I keep thinking it's this weekend. I think it's the 20th, which, again, I don't know off the top of my head when the dang 20th is. But I keep seeing the poster for it. So, moral of the story is like, I coulda, or Saturday the 20th. So, that is not this week, obviously. But again, moral of the story is that I probably should have talked about UFC 300 on Shooting the Breeze, but A, the episode was already long, and B, I just don't. And I know this is weird to talk about in a mainly NBA video, but I just don't enjoy talking about UFC that much. I enjoy watching UFC. I don't watch as much as I did like 2 to 3 years ago, but to be fair, basketball is probably on, or wrestling is probably on, and they're 1 and 2 on my priority watch list. So UFC kind of ends up being 3. But again, I try to check out the pay-per-view prelims and build to the pay-per-views, and then pay-per-view's decent, and then I would go out of my way to watch it. More of the story, but it's UFC 300. You know, this is supposed to be a big deal. I will say, if they didn't keep like teasing like, oh, this last fight announcement, our main event is going to be a big matchup, and then end up being Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira, like that's a good matchup, and this is going to be the hot take. And as an NBA fan, you probably don't know. If you don't know anything about UFC, then you won't. But there's a BMF title, but essentially, it's very much in NBA terms the in-season trophy. Which again, it's funny that the Lakers won the in-season tournament, and I have not heard much about that since then. But essentially, it's a big title, but it's not the world title. So like NBA wise, it's the in-season tournament. While some people think it's a big deal, at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. So again, what I'm essentially getting at is, imagine if the finals match up. I don't even know a good comparison of it. Who's like 2 teams that people would like? Like, people like Alex Pereira. People love Alex Pereira, but Jamal Hill, not so much. So I'm trying to think of who is a Jamal Hill. I'm not going to say, I think, let's just say if Miami and Denver repeated in the finals again, but the in-season tournament was the Lakers and who's a good East team? Let's say the in-season tournament was Bucks and Lakers. So essentially what I'm trying to get at, and this is probably a terrible comparison, but imagine if you have the option for your like final series, like final basketball you see, be Lakers and Bucks or Nuggets and Heat. Which one would you choose? That's essentially the controversy that's going on with this event. Essentially, what I'm trying to get at, UFC fans, is like, if they would announce the BMF title fight for last and have it in the main event, I feel people would look at UFC a lot differently. But because, A, a lot of MMA fans don't care about the BMF title, and mainly because it's not, you know, the actual world championship, then they would look at this event slightly differently. Also, a majority of people were probably expecting a Conor McGregor fight to happen on this event, which is not happening. So, I will be tuned in, though. I don't think, what's funny is I don't think there's any NBA games Saturday, because every team plays Sunday, the final day of the regular season. Which, again, what's weird is because I remember the 2021 season that the Grizzlies and the Warriors ended up playing, and then whoever won that ended up being the 8th seed in the play-in matchup against the Lakers. And then that game ended up on national TV. And the main problem I had with that game was that Curry, almost all of his points, you could say this about almost all of them, but all of them came off freaking screens. And the last shot, it didn't. And I'm like, that's the one that's going to make the highlights. That's the one that everyone's going to talk about him. And, you know, this is me being a little bit bitter about it. But, you know, we won the play-in. We didn't win that game. Moral of the story is, I don't know if, like, Sunday's either going to be an extremely big deal for the NBA, or it's just going to be the last day of school where some people show up, some don't, you know, because everybody's worried about summer vacation, or graduation, which I compare to the playoffs. So I thought Gortat was going to send that back. Uh, but I'd have to like look. I don't know best place the ESPN schedule because I don't know if any of these games are going to be on ESPN or not. Like if any, because a lot of these games potentially might have seeding factors, so like not everybody is going to sit, obviously. But again, so because like I said, Warriors Grizzlies when that game happened, like they didn't expect it probably to be that big of a deal where literally the winner gets the 8th seed, and it obviously got scheduled onto national TV. Also, you know, by the time this is uploaded, fantasy basketball wise, I'm down like 250 points. So my winning streak, I'm glad that I three-peated, but my winning streak is more than likely going to be over. But, I always give this advice when I talk about fantasy basketball. Whoever has the more players playing ends up winning. So there's that, opinion for y'all. But more than likely, the streak is over. I'm not that upset, about it. If I didn't win fantasy football this year, I would probably be very upset about it. But, it is what it is. So what's funny about this is that I have to go to the actual NBA website. I can't wait for the play. Like, I'm really excited for these playoffs. What game went into double overtime? Pacers and no, huh? Heat and Hawks went into double overtime, so I had to check that out. I think it's the good thing with that is I don't even know who won. I just very much skimmed over. I think the Heat won, though. Wrapping this game up. I literally thought there was a minute left, but there's a minute 30 left. That was good. That should have went in, but I'm intrigued by Al Jefferson's stat at the end of this game, by the way. All right. As of right now, they don't have any of these games on national TV. I also don't think every team plays. Wait, let's see. There's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so every team plays. The play-in schedule. I won't lie to y'all. I liked it when the play-in schedule was 2 on the Tuesday, 2 on the Wednesday, then 1 Wednesday, 1 Friday, or 1 Thursday, 1 Friday. But for some reason, they don't play the Thursday game anymore. I am mad because I remember the one year they did it. It was Wizards and Pacers, and then the Wizards blew them out. Shout out Russell Westbrook. So maybe that's why. That was such a fun year. It was a weird. I'm not gonna say fun, but like, that's a good year because Westbrook broke the triple-double record, and then obviously led them to the playoffs. But then the playoffs came around and it didn't really matter. More of a story. So we're just gonna sim to the end here. 122, 110. Al Jefferson had 9. There's no way he had 19 and 6 rebounds. He had 4 the first quarter. To be fair, how many rebounds? Al Horford had 4 rebounds. So they had rebounders all around, but like, it's also weird that they have like 4 actual NBA players as like their third stringers, and they didn't get any. Like, they're in a good spot. I might not mess with this team at all. I know they have a good roster, is what I should have said. But they're 10 and 12 now, so that's why, I was questioning that earlier. I'm trying to think of something to comment on, but I didn't. What I also don't get, I don't understand how they're like, oh yeah, you did finish that game, you did win that game, but we can't let you get any VC for it, and you got to back out of the whole thing. This chair is very noisy. And it's not moving. Kyle Korver. Shout out to Tabasiflosha. Also, the Warriors lost back-to-back games. We're at 4 days without playing. Kurt Thomas, Roger Mason, Josh McRoberts. Yeah, there's some. I'm not gonna say you obscure names. This is something I'll think of now because obviously after this, we'll get. That's funny. I'll do it. Everybody wants Chris Paul, which is funny because more than likely he'll stay with the Hornets. Almost said Pelicans. Brevin Knight, who, shout out, is Grizzlies commentator. Lakers. I don't know why. I said the Lakers because I was talking about LeBron. Hey, I'll give y'all Jason Terry, but y'all better give us LeBron. The Celtics are 6-3. Or, bro, I'm on some all-time. I need to go to sleep. They're the 6th seed. They're 17 and 18. I think it's more so the East is not that top tier. Bro, Brandon Roy on the Grizzlies, I would have been watching every single game. I watched a handful. I didn't watch every single game, but bro, I would love that. I don't think it's possible. It might be possible due to a trade, but like Conley, Brandon Roy, Rudy Gay, Pau Gasol, I think a lot is pretty nice. Like I said, I don't think it's possible. So now let's do this match against the Wizards. The Nets are the 2nd seed, trying to trade Mike Miller, who I don't know. They do need a center upgrade. So playing the Wizards, who are very good in this era. Do they have? They obviously have these alternate jerseys. How do people feel about these? I feel people like these jerseys because they like Gilbert Arenas. And they were literally only around when Gilbert Arenas was on the team. It's a bit of a weird jersey. I don't think they're like. I don't think I'd wear these in public. It's also weird that his arm sleeve it didn't change colors. Also, don't think I'd change the colors. Don't matter. Here we go. Bit of a KD homecoming as well. First time playing here. Rashard Lewis was on the Wizards at one point, but I don't know. Time frame wise when. Verizon Center. I think this is the Capital One Arena now. The computer fouled. Marshall and Gortat also was on the Wizards for a seemingly long time. There's probably somebody else that's like gonna end up playing that was also on the Wizards that I don't remember off the top of my head. You can tell I'm slowly getting more tired. That's a little where my voice goes. Okay, Caron Butler. Oh, I meant to pass to Jason Terry. Okay, word. Okay, they go say that's on Gortat. That's on me. I thought I did step out. We just giving Karan Butler a career night. They got me good. They got me extremely good there. We're down 5. Might be the largest. I was gonna say largest deficit in the series. I don't think that. It's true. You know what? I wouldn't want to remember it. Now, that's what I missed. There was a good bit of green there. No, I knew I couldn't make. Okay, okay. No, no. This is going. Okay, it's going to go in. That was definitely supposed to be a dunk. I literally was driving right past everybody. That is. I imagine this is Verizon, as in the cell phone service. And then if you looked at the little ad thing on the scores table, it's for AT&T. Just very much. Obviously not right now. It'll come up at some point. But that's like being the Pepsi Center, but the only drinks you offer are Coca-Cola, or Coca-Cola's being sponsored. You know, that's gonna go. I thought that was gonna go in. I'm gonna lot these jerseys. I'm not the biggest fan of them. They kind of blend in with the court. There you go, Ray. Also, with holding this off and not uploading it right away, should give me a better chance to come up with the freaking title of the video. My neighbor is about to leave in his loud truck. There again, I know I've mentioned this story so many times, but there's that one episode of the Packers franchise where literally he his truck was like so loud I had to like stop the episode and then restart. I'm like, it literally just clicked to start the freaking stream, and then it just was so noticeable I had to stop it. Not, I don't think it is right now because I can't even hear it with the headphones on. But you know, you always gotta be aware of your surroundings as well. We run against another number 34. How many people wear the number 34? Oh my god, my phone almost fell. I passed the wrong person. I'll be back. coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Oh my god, I'm stepping all over the cord. I had to take care of something holiday related. Hopefully no one like, oh my god. Yeah, I did leave it in. I'm leaving it in. Again, I'll say it now. I don't like editing. I don't think I've very much edited a lot of my videos. But I like uploading the full live stream. That way, you know, a moment's not missed. But if I was going for like 20 plus minutes, then I would have had to done something. You know, that's not professional. But I think that was literally 2 minutes at most. Not in the moment I heard a message ding, I was like, I'm going to have to take care of this now. It's also funny because we definitely experienced that in the Packers franchise a handful of times. As I was literally reflecting on that. Kevin Durant, has he missed yet? Once, I don't remember. You know, I don't think he's missed yet. That was a good screen. He probably should have got that shot off. Could have got that shot off. Did get the shot off, missed. It's also weird, and I'm gonna imagine it was probably different. We don't get the I guess because it wasn't green, the different camera angles that often. Go to the 3-point line with Jason. I'm just trying to make them take the most difficult shots to see if they'll go in or not, and that was truly at the top of the list. I don't know how 2 games ended up being 40 plus minutes when 4 games ended up being like 120, an hour and 20. So that's 80 minutes. I guess that checks out. This is probably one of my favorite parts. I want to know what era. So if we went back to the Jordan era, do they have the cheerleaders there? And do the color schemes match? Because that was 2012 era Wizards, obviously, and obviously it affects us because they have this Oklahoma City Thunder team. I've never heard of them, and so we don't have Supersonics cheerleaders. I'm writing it down now. Ray Allen shoes. The next time that we're here, I should actually, and again, that's why that score just happened, because I wasn't even looking at the screen at all. Maybe I shouldn't, he should just be wearing 2K shoes until he signs that extension I'm slightly worried about. At least we have Kyle Korver. But that would damper the whole freaking series if Ray Allen literally left after year 1. Alright, Caron Butler. Shout out to him because he the Al Jefferson of this game. Kyle, move. Come get the freaking ball. Everybody's setting screens. No, everybody's standing still and setting screens. Ray Allen taking over now that KD is out. I don't know. Who is Caron Butler's guy? Is it Korver? Probably. That's on me. I'm just making Caron Butler look Superstar. Did Cron Butler ever make an All-Star team? Probably. As it's a tie game, I didn't just realize. All right. Situational awareness is not that high, but Ray Allen also has 15 points, and he definitely made an All-Star team. Imagine you're at one point the all-time like 3-point leaders. 3-point, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. Update required. Always popping up when I don't want you to. But imagine you're like the all-time leader in 3-point shots, man. Don't even make an All-Star team. All right, Kyle. We'll see if Superstar Caron Butler can carry this over. As Swim. And obviously he couldn't. As he was their top guy. 9 of 22, though. Timeout. There's their stats. Bro, this looks a lot like John Conchar. Here's ours, Katie and Ray Allen both with 30 points. As that, we'll wrap up the gameplay for this video. Forgot. I'll never not forget. Is the best way to explain that. I'm gonna eat this cookie while on stream. I have a pack of cookies. I'm gonna eat one right now. If I ate all of them though, I would probably get a stomach ache. Yeah. Oh no. Sounded like Doja Cat. I don't know if Doja Cat has a song in this game or not. Probably. This is obviously the first 2K I've like streamed. And obviously I keep saying obviously a lot, but I have the soundtrack muted. I couldn't tell you a great majority of the songs that are on this game because of that. As now we're moving on to the year 2008, a great Royal Rumble. Oh, I apologize to the Sacramento. Great Royal Rumble in 2008. I don't really know. I don't know of anything. There's an election year. I was trying to. Oh, we ended 07 on a freaking L, so that sucked. We're in January, so we can look at the award races. Dwayne Wade as an MVP, which in real life he did not get. Kobe. I think Kobe has a great case because like he doesn't have any All-Stars on his team, and he's averaging more points. KG with his new team. Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was like so freaking good on 2K. Rookie of the Year, holy crap. Look at that. Greg Oden is not even here. I'm not even going to try to say his name is here. It's a great rookie. Did Joakim not get drafted the year before? Sixth Man of the Year, Jason Richardson. Again, Warriors have a pretty stacked team, so somewhat understandable. Defensive Player of the Year, this is the era of Dwight Howard, sometimes Ben Wallace. And most improved player, Monte. So the Warriors have 2 top guys. Now, do they have... Okay, as I said, do they have the clutch player? Which I might override and just give it to Brandon Roy by default. So looking at the All-Star race, if you could call it that. The Western Conference, Jason Terry and Ray Allen at the very bottom. I think they'd probably be cut off of making it, which I ain't going to disagree with Kobe, T-Mac, Brandon Roy. You know, we do have the number 1 seed. Now, I will say, Kevin Durant, nowhere to be seen, though. Bit disrespectful. But, you know, it's literally his rookie year, so can't argue that much. Here we see over here Jameer Nelson. And then this. Shaq, at the very bottom. I was about to say, where's Shaq? Transaction report, Derek Fisher. See, this is always the part that gets me because I think he got traded to the Timberwolves, which is actually crazy because they're rebuilding. So, yeah. Because Brian Scalabrine was definitely on the Nets. No. All right, let's just make this simple and go to the freaking Lakers and see if Derek Fisher or T Wolves will be closer. Yeah, Derek Fisher ain't here, so the Lakers get Derek Fisher back, who I could not. I've seen a jersey or Derek Fisher in a Jazz jersey. If you were to tell me that, I would have said that was a lie. That's not true, but obviously they got Derek Fisher back on the team. Like I said, next episode we'll be playing against that Lakers team and that Grizzlies team. And then the episode after that will be All-Star Weekend / trade deadline. I don't know the exact date of the trade deadline on here, but I imagine it's near the All-Star break. So take care. Don't know when that next episode will be, so stay tuned. Like, subscribe, comment, all that other stuff. I'm going to eat this cookie. I told you I was going to eat it on stream and I didn't, but I'm going to go eat it now. So thank you for watching. See you when I see you.